and scrolling to the top, deleting what was there for the last newsletter, and fixing the spacing. And so it doesn't look like there are splinters from the board. Oh, it looks like I missed to put Christmas offering in the newsletter, so I'm going to go back and put that in. Okay, and again, fix the spacing. So I have that in there. Splinters from the board, it doesn't look like there's any. And news from Beyond Karen. It looks like that can probably stay in there just because it's talking about an announcement from July 9th through the 13th of 2011. So we can go ahead and leave that in there so there's just not two blank sections to end it. Alright, so that is the part one of making certain that you have copied the text from the Notepad++ into a Weber. And if you make certain just to start a few sentences down, make a broad open space, and then paste the text in there, that will ensure that the formatting is correct and that when you send out the broadcast, everything should look good. So next, what you are going to want to do is go through and all of the headers, for instance, the dates, I'm going to highlight it, make it bold so it stands out, and I'm just going to do this for all of the dates because that is the standard we had came up with. So again, just scrolling through the document, looking at all of the dates so that they stand out a little bit more, just making them bold. Education hour. So the education hour, this looks like it is main title, so I'm just going to make it stand out a little bit more, putting a space right there, increasing the size to 3 and making it bold. Strategic planning. Since it's not the main title, I'm just going to make it bold. Coffee and conversation, again, just making it stand out a little bit more, making it bold. And I'm actually, this does look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this spacing since making it bold makes it stand out from the rest of it. Anyways, so just use your best judgment, I guess, there as far as how you'd like it to look. Christmas offering. This looks like a main header. Increase the size to 3 and make it bold. And that is it. The last step is copying everything that you have here. And then pressing Control-C to copy it, and just making certain we replace this. So you can highlight once, press Control-All, that highlights everything down here. Press backspace or delete on your keyboard, either one works, and then put your cursor in there, Control-V, and that pastes everything. And this is just the plain text version. Really, this isn't something that most people are ever going to see, but for people who are using very, 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 very old email, I guess, I don't know even what you call them, I guess email addresses, and then press wrap long lines, and that will wrap all of the long lines. This is just to ensure that somebody is using an older email provider, that they're going to be able to at least read the text. After this, we want to go down to the bottom, press Save Message, and this is going to save all of the work that we've just done. And then before you send it out, again, this is the one that says test. Go ahead and actually send a test. So I'm going to send it to Concepts Unlimited. I'm going to go ahead and send it to Barb. She has the Comcast. Make certain you send it to somebody with the Comcast.net. Go ahead and send it to myself. And then you want to make certain that you check with whoever you sent it to, just to make certain that it looks good on their computer. Essentially, if you send it to the Comcast.net, so Carissa's email address, and she verifies it, and one other that is not the Comcast.net, if it looks good on both of those, then it's going to be good to send out. So once you verify it, then you are going to want to go ahead and press copy one more time. You are going to want to get rid of where it says test. Oops. And one thing I guess I forgot to mention is you might want to press spell check just to make certain that everything is spelled correctly. And I mean, most of what they are going to pick up on can be ignored. A lot of it's just names, or e-news, ignore all. All of these are names, so go through this really quickly. 99% of the time it just pulls up names, but it's always good. Here's one, strengthening. Strengthening. I think it should be strengthening. This is probably what that is supposed to be, so change. Again, ignore. It's part of an email address. So it only caught one thing. So 99% of the time it's going to be correct, but it's good just to put spell check through there. Then you want to go to the bottom, press Save Message. And once you verify that all looks good, you are just going to want to send out the message. So these are pending broadcasts. Go to your latest one, press Q, and go ahead and send it out. And then you'll be able to get it sent out, and that should be all. How you send out a newsletter broadcast to make certain that the spacing looks good. One of the most important steps, again, is just verifying that all looks good. If it does not look good, there was a mistake made somewhere along the lines, that's when you go back to the baseline and you just start from scratch. As you can see, once you get it down, it really doesn't take too much time, maybe 10-15 minutes, and then you can get the email broadcast sent out. So if you have any questions, let me know, but I think that should do it for this tutorial. Thanks a lot.